What's going on YouTube? Today I wanted to talk to you all about my Tavor X95. So let's get into it. So this is my Tavor X95, how I currently have it set up. One of the things that really kind of excited me about this particular gun was the fact that it had a full-size rifle barrel in this small package. It's really amazing when you see it in person. It is really amazing that it is this compact with a full-size barrel. Now, the thing that the full-size barrel does in this particular platform, it gives you the ability to have a full-size rifle, of course, in a way smaller package without having to have any type of specialized paperwork from the ATF, right? So you don't have to send in anything or anything like that. It's just a regular rifle purchase. So before I get into anything, let's go ahead and do a safety check. Empty magazine. And many of you all didn't see, so the charging handle is here. It's a pretty sleek design. Let me go ahead and lock the bolt back so you all can see in there. Hopefully you guys can see in there. But we are clear. And this is where you hit for the, you hit it for the release. But let's go ahead and get into it. So it's a really well balanced gun. So the thing that I was kind of worried about, this platform is it's actually pretty heavy when you just have it in one hand. But when you actually place this up against your shoulder, the balance is such that you don't really feel that weight anymore, right? So if I needed to hold this gun in this particular position for a long amount of time, it wouldn't really be an issue at all. You could pretty much do that with no problems. I like the compact nature because, of course, this is great, I think, for a home defense gun. Because you can get around corners and things of that sort pretty quickly without having the length of a full-size AR or something of that sort, right? Let's see. With the full power, of course, of an actual full-sized rifle. Now, the scope that I went with on this particular platform was the Vortex, and there are a few reasons why I went with the Vortex. First of all, the Vortex, I believe, has the clearest glass you will find in this type of scope, period. I was really surprised with that, really liked that. And the other two major features were, unlike the Hollow Sun, so if your battery goes dead in the Hollow Sun, you just have nothing there, right? It's just blank. This actually has an etched-in reticle, so if the battery goes out, and it does illuminate green or red, and has 8 different brightness settings on each one of those. But there is an etched-in reticle on the glass, so you have one dot, and then you have a circle, and you have a wider circle over that one. That's etched in, period. So if you decide not to turn it on, it's a really bright day outside or something like that, and your battery ran dead or whatever the case may be, you'll still actually be able to use this if you have minimal visibility, even if your batteries are out. Also, on the Tavor, which is actually really neat, is the fact that they have built-in sights, and even though I have a light mounted here, I can still access those sights, right? So these iron sights have been zeroed, and I zeroed this particular rifle at 36 yards. The reason I zeroed it at 36 yards is that if you zero it at 36 yards, the area in which you'd hit at about 300 yards would be probably right around the size of a CD. So you're right around the size of a CD as far as the actual bullet drop. You guys can actually, kind of look into that or tell me what you think about that. I know a lot of people zero their guns at 50 or 100 yards, but since this is a home defense gun, I figured I would do that at 36. And I've definitely been at the range using using targets that were closer just to kind of see where that would fall, within the different areas of this particular reticle, right? So I'm pretty dead on with it now. So let's go ahead and talk about the light that I have on here now, which is a Claris XT11 GT. And this is a 2000 lumen light. The reason I went with this light is because I actually carry a different Claris currently for my everyday carry light, and it's just proven itself. This particular light, of course, is aluminum housed light. Also, this particular one came with this mounting bracket and this pressure switch, which is 100% waterproof. The only thing about this, which I'll talk about in just a moment, is how hard it was to actually mount this pressure switch. That was quite an adventure. But let me go through a few things with this particular switch. So I mounted it in this particular location because if I'm actually holding the rifle, you will see my fingers here on this actual switch, right? So from this particular position, I can go to momentary on, right? Clearing a room or something of that sort. Or if I need to access the strobe and just know that I'm about to hit the strobe button, so if you want to look away. So it has, a few great options there. And like I said, it's extremely bright. So, if you're in the backyard or anything of that sort, and you needed to actually see what's going on, you will have no problem with this light using this particular pressure switch. Now, the funny thing about that, I said that I was going to mention, I ended up using some Gorilla double-sided mounting tape, and you would think that I would only need to use this to get this switch on here. No, that was not the case at all, actually. I tried that at first. It didn't work out. So actually on the back of this pressure switch, it's pretty smooth. You would think it would, they would make it kind of rigid or something like that so you could actually stick something to it, or double-sided tape would just stick to it, right? But that was definitely not the case. So I used this Gorilla Super Glue with the brush on it, and brushed the back of this pressure switch and let it set for maybe 15-20 seconds or so, and then stuck it to one side of this double-sided mounting tape, and I left that to harden maybe for 3 or 4 minutes. And once that was hardened, then I cut the excess from around the pressure switch and was able to stick this on here, and I've had no problem since. So I'm really impressed with the quality of the switch, the way it actually feels, and just the light in general. So when I hit this light, whatever the case may be, everything is lit up, right? And of course, there are options to change what settings come on when you press the switch. But I've pretty much left it in the default settings. I'm used to that at this point now. But overall, I have to give this particular rifle an A+ rating. It's been great for me. Okay, guys. Well, this particular rifle is definitely on my list of the top, one of the top rifles that you can own at this particular point, just because of all of the different things that you can do with it, the maneuverability of it, and just the compact size, right? Just the ability to have this sort of a package with this size. It is really amazing, and I think everything that you know about reliability, I think that you will continue to see in this particular platform. So if you're looking for a CQB type rifle, definitely take a look at the Tavor. All right.
I know I pulled the one shot. I don't know what the hell happened.
Nobody worries about that one.
All right, here we go. X95 Tavor.
7.8 airplane.
Where I'm trying to go. In a second.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of technical tests.
It's a soft shooter.
I thought that shit was.
It really feels. It really feels soft
Well, to be honest, I'm smelling.
when you're getting it done. Now I'm gonna show you guys how much this lights it up.
Speeding ticket.
So I'm at.
It wasn't a speeding ticket. Y'all caught me when I was at
At about, it's about 15 yards away right now. All right, here we go. Tavor X95. Let's get it.
That caused issues, but then when I came here, we only hire firefighters. So they have a minimum.
Let's get it.
One combat tour. You got your cab. If you got your cab or
Let's get it.